More than 30 million Koreans are expected to travel both domestically and abroad during this year's extended Chuseok holiday.
길어진 올해 추석 연휴에 3천만 명이 넘는 국민이 국내외로 이동할 것으로 예측됐습니다. So because we have National Foundation Day
Yes.
and of course 추석 and then
Hangul Day
as well. And they're all, right next to each other.
Packed together. And even that Friday, I think, that is not a holiday.
Yeah.
It's going to be taken off as a holiday by a lot of people.
If you can get that day off, then
Exactly.
it'll be a really long holiday. I know some people will still be working
Oh, yes.
on that day.
Yeah.
But in general, the government has decided to monitor the roads from the 2nd, which is right before the holiday, until the 12th, which is right at the end of the break.
Yeah, well, I think it's a good opportunity for a lot of people to get away, either to see their family or get away from their family. It's up to them.
Whichever it is.
But we're looking at 32.18 million people that are expected to travel over this big holiday between October 2nd and October 12th.
Right.
The big peak is going to come, of course, on the Chuseok day itself on October 6th. They think there's going to be 9.33 million people on the move on that day, and most of them are going to be in their cars. So if you're heading on the road, look, there could be a few traffic jams as usual. That said, the Ministry of Land, Infrastructure and Transport are implementing special traffic measures as they always do, but it's going to be for this full holiday period because they expect there to be a lot of 왔다갔다, a lot of back and forth in and out of Seoul and all around the country.
그래요. 2일부터 12일을 국토부가 추석 연휴 특별 교통 대책 기간으로 지정을 했습니다. 그래서 이 기간 동안에 대략적으로 한 3천만 명이 넘는 우리 국민이 국내외로 이동할 것으로 지금 예상하고 있어요. 6일날 가장 이동량이 많을 거라고 좀 전에 얘기를 해주셨는데 운전하시는 분들도 굉장히 많으실 거고.
네.
But we are also looking at people traveling overseas as well. So it's not just in Korea.
Yeah, but I think we're seeing a lot of people traveling domestically and traveling by car.
Yeah.
Luckily, I'm taking the train and I'm traveling on the 5th, not the 6th.
Oh, all right. So traveling domestically is what you said just there.
Yes, traveling domestically means you're traveling inside of the country as opposed to traveling internationally, meaning you're crossing borders, you're going into another country. So we use this term domestic or domestically when we're talking about imports, exports, travel, all sorts of things, meaning it's only to do within the country.
And that's why at the airport you have domestic and then international. You'll see those words.
Yes.
Really, really big letters. And it's, for the domestic flights and the international flights, right?
Yeah, so it's a common term. You're going to have to remember this one because if you're traveling inside of any country, this is a word you need.
Yes. 국내라는 의미, domestic. 그래서 국내에서 국내로 domestically라는 표현이 나오고 있는데요. 지금 여기서 부사로 쓰고 있는 거죠. People will be traveling domestically and abroad or internationally.
Yes.
국내외 여행객들 굉장히 많을 거고요. 그다음에 이번 연휴를 우리가 이제 좀 통칭을 해가지고 영어로 extended 추석 holiday라고 부르는 걸 좀 설명해 주시겠어요?
Sure. Well, Sue, how long should a Chuseok holiday be?
3 days.
Yes, 3 days. However, if it falls on a weekend, we have a slight extension. The holiday might be extended to 5 days or 4 days. This time we have a really long holiday. It's been really extended to, well, depending on whether you've got Friday off.
Yeah.
We're talking 9, 10, 11, 12 days.
Technically speaking, this whole break is not just for Chuseok.
No.
However, as you said, because it's been extended for this and that other reason, whether it be the other public holidays or if you just have a day off from work, the Chuseok break, it feels like has been elongated.
Exactly. And extended, we're going to use generally either for time or for distance. These are the two times when we're going to use it. So we're talking about a period is extended or a distance or an area is extended.
Oftentimes when we have a Monday off, for example, we'll say it's an extended weekend.
Yes. In the UK, we would normally just say a long weekend.
A
though.
long
that's
weekend,
The more, That's the more common expression. But yes,
got
we
it.
can say we're having an extended break, an extended weekend.
Yeah. So anything that's extended has been lengthened in time in this case.
Yeah.
And so we're talking about a break that is normally 3 days for Chuseok.
Yes.
But this time around with the other public holidays and, as we said earlier on, if you do get the Friday after Chuseok off. If you're lucky, then you'll
Yeah.
have a long, what is it, 10 days or something,
Something
like
like that.
that.
I'm going to be working, so I'm not sure myself, but it's a long time.
A lot of people will be working, so we have to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Not everyone will have the whole,
course.
week off. But nonetheless, the government will be looking at that period
Yes.
to make sure that the traffic situation isn't too bad.
Of course.
And that's what we're talking about here.
And a quick shout out for National Foundation Day, my favourite holiday of the year.
Oh, is it?
I love the myth
You
of
love
Dangun.
the tale, don't you?
I do.
Yeah.
It's one of my favourite Korean stories, and it's a great legend of how Korea
What
started.
do you like? What is it about the story that you love so much?
It's the transformational aspect, the bear and the tiger going into the cave with the mugwort and the garlic, and the idea of perseverance. Like the tortoise and the hare, slow and steady wins the race. The bear wins out because she is willing to take the time and put the energy into, well, committing to the task.
Yeah, and it really speaks for how the Korean people are as well. We're very good at persevering.
I think you can put Koreans often into two categories, either bears or tigers.
아하, there you go. 그래요. 자, extended holiday라고 하면은 연장된 연휴라는 의미가 되겠습니다. 자, 다시 한번 읽어볼게요. More than 30 million Koreans are expected to travel both domestically and abroad during this year's extended Chuseok holiday. Let's move on to the second headline.